I feel like after all this work, you're still gonna like the McDonald's one better. That's my prediction.
So we both really love fast food. One of the things I love about fast food though is how easy it is to get it. Go drive through and pick it up. Sometimes you just need something quick and tasty.
And we were talking the other day and we were thinking like, I wonder if we could make some of this stuff.
It seems pretty simple. Fast food is like a couple ingredients, but is the magic in the processedness of it? That's what I really want to know. One of my favorite things, of course, is the Egg McMuffin from McDonald's.
So today we're gonna see if we can recreate it from scratch and see how well we can do.
Technically, you don't really need to make this because you could go get it.
So I was looking into this and I think what we need to do is we need to make some homemade English muffins.
Oh my God, we're baking.
We're baking. And then obviously egg, American cheese, and Canadian bacon. There's a lot of steps when you make it yourself.
We're gonna be making some real homemade English muffins. That might be the hardest part.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be the hardest part. This is gonna be tough.
We are gonna actually compare our McDonald's Egg McMuffin to our homemade McMuffin, and we're gonna see how ours measures up. That's like a baking pen.
Oh my God. I would say I'm like a medium skill level baker, but I do love baking a lot. I've never made English muffins.
I would say I'm very novice, but now that I'm older, I need to feed myself.
This really instills me with a lot of confidence. This recipe I actually got from the King Arthur flour, like the flour company, and this one seemed like the simplest. Literally all we have to do is put everything here into this, and then we put it on a standing mixer and let it go for a bit. That's 4.5 cups of flour.
Okay, these are just for the biscuits. We're starting out with biscuits.
Muffins.
Why do I keep calling them biscuits?
I don't know.
Everything's a biscuit to me.
Okay, this is sugar,
Okay.
salt, yeast,
Okay, yay. Oh, this way.
yeast, softened butter. All right, so the egg we have to beat a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Baking is all about the science.
Baking is a lot of chemistry. You have to really hope you got it right.
That's why you're good at it, I think.
Because I'm good at chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was good at chemistry in high school.
I don't think I ever really figured out how to balance an equation.
We have 1 3/4 cups of lukewarm milk. All right, ready? The trick with this is supposedly that you're not supposed to overmix it, so we have to be a little careful.
Oh, I wouldn't know when something is fully mixed. I guess when it just looks like the ingredients are together, right?
So the recipe says that we're supposed to beat it until it is texture of satin, but stretchy. Medium high for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I think it's...
Wow.
I don't know if that's satin, but it's smooth and it's definitely stretchy.
It's now
see that.
dough.
So now basically we have to let this rise for like an hour or two, and then we're just gonna kind of ball it up, cover it with a towel, and then we pray that it rises.
So we hope it rises.
It won't get like probably double the size, but it'll get all puffy.
This is a lot of time for Egg McMuffin. I'm excited.
All right, it rose.
It definitely rose.
Now we deflate it gently. Okay. The way that I've always done that is just kind of punch it.
Do we do it in this bowl or do we take it out?
So you want to do it, you just kind of do it like 3 times.
Okay. Oh, it feels so good.
Oh my God, look at that.
Wow.
Hit a lot. Okay.
Beautiful.
It's supposed to make 16. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Okay, I'm just gonna divide it in half and then.
Okay, and we make little balls?
Yeah. So we can put them in this. You can kind of put it in, then kind of like squish it down again. So it's interesting, I didn't realize before making these that you actually fry English muffins. You don't actually put them in the oven. Isn't that interesting? That's why it's like brown on both sides.
Baking is fun.
Do you bake ever?
No. Never. I buy store-bought dough. I wouldn't count that though.
I don't think that's the same thing.
No.
And then we're supposed to cover them and let them rise for a little bit. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Boop. Ta-da!
They're little pillows.
Yeah, they are like little pillows, actually.
They're great.
So you actually kind of fry them. You need to do like
Non-stick cooking spray. We're using coconut oil.
But I think you can use whatever you
use
want.
whatever.
And then you put on a bunch of semolina. It's like a special kind. Because you know like the bottom of the English muffins you buy, how they have all the yellow stuff?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Ta-da. And then you put some on the top. So you can take them out of little molds. Just be careful. They cook like that for 7 to 15 minutes on each side.
This is a long time. We've been going for about an hour, you guys.
But we're close.
I'm factoring that into my final decision.
I mean, that's fair. All right, you ready to flip?
Yeah, I'm ready. These look so good and puffy.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Beautifully brown.
Wow, that's almost perfect. So we wait another 7 minutes?
Now we wait again.
Okay.
Great.
Let's check back in with these guys soon. They're looking beautiful.
I think, yeah, they're done. Let's take them off. I think the hardest part's over.
Okay.
So now it's just eggs, bacon, and cheese.
Great.
I found this recipe on ABC, and McDonald's had released their recipe for the Egg McMuffin.
Wow, secret
supposedly.
out.
Gotta grease the pan.
I'm just waiting for this to get hot. It's not how you should check.
Safety was not a priority to you. Premium Canadian bacon.
That does look like the McDonald's meat.
So you do it like a minute-ish on each side, supposedly.
Woo! It's nothing better than a sizzle. Love a sizzle. All right, I'm gonna just go for it.
Go for it. Or you can actually use this to...
The egg? What? Did you see that somewhere?
I saw that one of the chefs at McDonald's does this.
Wow, that is a hack.
All right, and then you put a little bit of water in around the edge,
Okay.
and then you let it go for like 2-3 minutes. All right, we're gonna let those cool. Apparently what you're supposed to do is you're not supposed to cut English muffins, you're supposed to like fork it around the side and then pull it apart so it's all like craggly. You can kind of just like
fork it
around the sides, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's beautiful.
Oh my god, these are gonna be so good. I can't wait.
That's probably done. Yep.
Woo! So the cheese we have, what is this, American?
This is just, yeah, good
Cheddar?
old American.
All right, moment of truth. Carefully get an egg.
Cheese goes first.
Cheese goes first.
So cheese. Oh my god.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Wow!
Are we chefs?
And then Canadian bacon.
Oh my gosh.
Ta-da!
Wow. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. So these are the McDonald's ones. These are the homemade Egg McMuffins.
I'm very proud of myself.
They
I will
look
say
great.
That. They look awesome.
They look really good.
They look very similar to the real one.
They look like the commercial version because they're a little thicker. These are a little more toasty. You can see.
Maybe we should have toasted ours. Also, I realized that I forgot to put butter on ours. You could also use margarine, which is what I have currently.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's time to taste.
How well we did.
So how are we going to grade ours?
I feel like we have to put in like the time and effort as a category. General like taste. Maybe we could talk about cost.
And these obviously cost more.
Part of the cost too is like our time.
Several hours we have to wait for the dough to rise multiple times. I say we dive in.
Should we eat the real thing
Let's
first?
try the real thing. I need to set the bar.
I really hope that these taste the same.
I hope they like really hold their own.
There you go, McDonald's version.
McDonald's. It's great.
Classic. I love McDonald's.
I do too.
I love it so much. It's so bad. It's such a like bad addiction.
You have that melted cheese in there. You have that egg, the ham. And the muffins taste great too.
It's nice and like bouncy muffin.
So I do taste a little bit of the crunch and the toast of the muffin. We didn't toast ours nearly enough.
Looking at this, I feel like they cooked their Canadian bacon a lot less than we cooked ours.
Yeah, our Canadian bacon's super toasty. The egg looks really similar.
Their cheese is yellower.
All right, now let's go for our homemade one. I'm so excited. I hope it tastes just as
I
good.
feel like this is gonna drip
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
it's dripping.
Oh no. Oh man.
Holy sh**. It's so good.
This is so much better.
So good, you guys. Holy sh**.
This is So good.
This is really good. Like the homemade muffin, you can taste that it's homemade.
It tastes very similar.
It tastes very, very similar. I would say the only difference is really the muffin, because the muffin tastes really fresh.
The muffin has a very different texture.
I'm gonna go back and...
I feel like the muffin of the homemade one is less springy. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it just tastes different. But everything else tastes remarkably similar.
I think we nailed it. Like, this is definitely on par with the McDonald's one. I'm gonna have to cast my vote. The homemade version
Took hours.
about 4 hours to make, so the time category definitely gets knocked some points.
Totally.
This, we got it in
What, like 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Cost-wise, the homemade one is more expensive, but you can make way more of them. So if we'd made like breakfast for 16 people, maybe that's more cost-effective.
I think we could have.
Our own time included, then the homemade are way more expensive. For me, I am such a homemade person. I will always go for homemade stuff, even though McDonald's ones are very good. I think taste-wise, the homemade one wins for me.
For me, I would say that the taste is so similar. I would give this one a little extra points for taste. I'm not gonna lie. The homemade muffin, you can taste the difference there. You know, it's a little spongier. It's so minuscule, the difference. There's something nostalgic about the McDonald's Egg McMuffin, and the time it took to make these is really a deal breaker for me. So I'm gonna vote McDonald's all the way. You know what, on a fun Saturday or Sunday with a lot of time, maybe I would do this. What I like McDonald's for is the ease and the convenience, and we made a really good one, and that's what I'm proud of.
I feel like for me, the homemade one wins, but they are so close. They're so close.
Look at what we created. We made this, and you know what? It tastes so good as well.
It's amazing.
Wow, high five.
Woo. What recipe do you want to spend 4 hours on next?
Oh God. You know what? Comment below if you've ever done something like this before, or if you have any homemade swaps of your favorite fast food.
If I was presented with the choice of do you want to spend 4 hours making the homemade one or do I want to go to McDonald's for 5 minutes, I would definitely choose the McDonald's one. This is a lot of effort for this, and thank you McDonald's for doing that for me.